Caring for someone with pancreatic cancer can be a very overwhelming emotional experience.
My name is Jan Healing and I live in Culver City, California. My sister Diana and I are very, very close, and she started talking about some little things she was going through, physical things. And I started getting a little concerned because they seemed to be a little bit more than your typical upset stomachs and whatnot. And I started Googling everything, and the symptoms just kept on coming up with a match with pancreatic cancer. I was afraid because I knew the battle that we'd be going through.
My name's Diana Thorne, and I was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer in September of 2007. When I was diagnosed, to be honest, I wasn't prepared. I was really surprised. But it's good to have somebody there with you, to be by your side, to know that that person is there and that they're helping you out, and in return you're helping them.
We're so close anyway that it was a natural thing to be by her side. I went with her to all of her appointments, and we hung out together and just talked, and she'd come back over to our house and we'd have sleepovers. And I try and fix her favorite foods.
And my sister's a good cook, so that helped. I'll say one thing about the chemo, at least in the beginning, it gave me an appetite. You need to keep your strength up as well as your spirit. So I got a double whammy as far as staying here, food and spirit.
I think the only thing I did feel is helpless. You want so much to be able to take away some of their fears, and that was frustrating that I couldn't be there for her more to alleviate some of that.
I would encourage a caregiver who's dealing with a recent diagnosis of pancreatic cancer to reach out to the Patient Services Program at the Pancreatic Cancer Action Network.
Caregivers take on a really important role when a patient is diagnosed with pancreatic cancer. Many times it's the caregiver who is out seeking information, who is calling into our patient liaison services to get information about the disease.
One of the ways the Pancreatic Cancer Action Network can help caregivers is through our Survivor and Caregiver Network. We're able to connect to caregivers who are in a similar situation so that they can talk about their experiences and get support as they're dealing with a diagnosis of pancreatic cancer in their family.
As a caregiver, you come across things that you just can't handle and don't have answers for. I know I found myself in positions where I didn't know how to help my sister, and so I would go searching for answers. I think reaching out for help is the way you get through it.
As a caregiver for patients with pancreatic cancer, the amount of tasks that you have can also sometimes be overwhelming. It's important that when friends and family ask you what they can do, to give them specific tasks such as helping out with the household chores, taking the patient to or from the doctor's appointment, picking up prescriptions.
You just need to make sure you take care of keeping yourself calm and organized, and just taking some time for yourself. I always was at the gym walking. I'm an avid reader, so I always made sure it might not have been the same time, but the quality was there. It just might have been a shorter time period. The Pancreatic Cancer Action Network gives you a place to hold on to, and I think one of the biggest rewards that I have received is reaching out to others. And the fact that I can introduce my sister as a survivor gives the people who are going through their diagnosis hope. I've seen their faces when they meet my sister. And sometimes, their partner will take me on the side and say, well, how did you go through it? And I just, one day at a time, and just be supportive and caring.